everyone! I'm so happy that you are part of this wonderful project which is called Babusa's Kitchen. It's just such a special project that lots of people contributed to, and I'm so happy to be one of the members. So today I'm here in my kitchen in California going to teach you how to make a very famous Ukrainian pastry, a special Ukrainian cake which is called honey cake. And it might look very intimidating in the picture, lots of layers, lots of work, but I will prove you that we can make it together during 1 hour. So I will try to be fast teaching you this cake. So I think we are ready to start, and while I am just switching on my stove, I'm going to tell you what we are going to do at first. So the first we are going to prepare our dough, and in the recipe it is mentioned that we are going to use double boiler, and as you are going to watch this workshop, I'm going to teach you some shortcut tricks. So we are going to use a little bit less equipment and to be more efficient. So you just need to have this pot. Okay, we are switching on like the smallest gas you need, and I have here 1/3 cup of honey. So my honey is in the pot. I'm going to use 1 stick of butter. We'll add it to my pot, and I need 1.5 cup, half cup of sugar. I'm going to melt my ingredients here, and I will need a couple of minutes to melt it. So while I'm melting my ingredients here, I need to introduce myself. So my name is Halyna, and I'm from the western part of Ukraine. I have been living in California for 5.5 years, and I'm the founder of a food blog which is called bakery_squirrel. So if you need more tips about this cake, or you found something that you didn't understand, or you need more clarification, please email me, message me, write me on Instagram, and I will be super happy to help you with this recipe. But the process is really straightforward. There's nothing fancy here, no fancy equipment, and I always try to tell my students everyone can make it. And plus it's very promising, like very forgiving. You can mess up with some ingredients, and still you can make a delicious cake. Believe me, I have taught so many students to make this cake, and different level of baking skills, and I saw lots of success in my classes. So I'm sure you can recreate this recipe in your kitchen. So while my mixture is getting ready, I am preparing myself for adding flour. And I will need baking soda. I will need some lemon, just half of lemon is enough to activate your soda. So I can see it's bubbling. Okay, so the whole mixture is ready, and when it's ready, I'm going to add eggs. Eggs can get boiled pretty fast, so you need to be really fast how you're adding eggs, and they shouldn't get boiled. Actually, I switched off my gas, so I'm safe. Okay, and I will give it a whisk. Okay, and now I am ready to add baking soda. So I need 1.5 teaspoon of baking soda. So my spoon is half. I'm adding 3 spoons here. So just careful, follow your recipe. Okay, when you squeeze lemon over your baking soda, you'll see lots of bubbles. It means your soda is fresh, it's not expired, and it's good to be used. So I'm giving it a good stir again. And my mixture is ready to get some flour. And our recipe says like 3 cups of flour, so I'm adding 3 cups. Okay. Okay. But now I will use my spatula. And I will mix it. So I'm going to use a more sturdy object for mixing. Okay, let me find one of my favorite wooden spoons. So I can see that my dough is thick, and it should be thick because you are going to use a rolling pin and roll each layer. So that's the consistency you get, kind of thick, right? So you don't get liquidy dough, you get thick dough. And people often ask me, how do you roll these layers? Is it like just one big layer and you cut it? I was like, nope. That's like Play-Doh. It's thick and you will roll each layer by yourself. But it's not a lot of work, so don't be scared. Okay, I'm leaving my dough to cool it slightly, and while I'm here waiting for my dough to cool down, I'm going to use this time for preparing cream. Let's speed up. We need 3 ingredients, kind of easy to remember. We're going to use heavy whipped cream, we're going to use sour cream, we are going to use sugar. I think your recipe says for vanilla, but it's optional. I never use vanilla. Actually, I don't like using vanilla in that cream. I think the cream is so delicious by itself, you don't need to flavor it with vanilla. But if you want to use vanilla, vanilla is an option. So, what do we need for our cream? We need 3 cups of heavy cream. That's a lot of heavy cream. Okay. Ooh, we have some spilling. And 1, oops. Don't worry, if you put a little bit extra, your cake will just get better. Now we need to add 1.5 cups sugar. And I'm using different sizing cups, so it's 1/2 cup, so I'm going to add 3. Okay. And now I'm going to look for my mixer. That my mixture is getting thick, and this is what exactly I need. So I can show it to you, and that's how the heavy whipped cream is going to look. It's thick, and it should be like this, because if it's too runny, like it's not gonna hold your layers well. So do a good job here. That's the very important step. And our recipe says we need to add 2 cups of sour cream. So you can try this cream and you're like, whoa, it's sweet. And I was like, why am I making such a sweet cream? So a little trick, you're gonna add sour cream, and sour cream is going to balance this cream really well. So let's try to add 2 cups of sour cream. That's my first cup. Ooh. So that's 1 more cup of sour cream. I'm adding it. Spatula. So sometimes people think, well, if I beat whipped cream with mixer, why can't I incorporate sour cream with the mixer? No, don't do that. Your cream is gonna be runny. So take a spatula and fold it. Just folding a couple of times. Oops, I got on my fingers. We are making the size of the cake, which will serve 12-15 people. It's gonna be a big one. You can divide all ingredients into two and you can bake a smaller one and it will serve, I think, like 8 people, from 8 to 5. Okay, so I'm showing you my cream again and that's how it looks. And it's ready. I'm putting it aside. If baking these layers will take more time, send it to the fridge. So I think I will send it to the fridge. And I am going to roll the layers. So I'm going to use gloves. Sometimes I just don't like that sticky feeling on my fingers. I will dust my surface. In this case, it's a silicone mat. I will put all my dough. I will just roll it in a log, and I need to cut it into 7 parts roughly. So 1, 3, 6, 7, and I got not equally cut, so I will just add a little bit here from that one and a little bit here to this one. I'm getting ready to roll them, and what I need a big tray because I'm going to place 2 layers on the tray. I'm lucky to have a big oven, so I can place this big tray and bake 2 layers simultaneously. And I will need one little thing. So how it's gonna work? I need to dust my surface a little bit more, and I'm taking a rolling pin. I'm rolling. You can see it's just so easy to roll and so relaxing. It's like a little bit of therapy. Try to make it round, but one little tip: you don't need to make it perfectly round because I'm going to show you how to make a perfect circle. I like using just a lid for cutting my layers into perfect circles, and I need to find my lid. Well, this is like 10 diameter, and it's pretty big, and the amount of ingredients is calculated to make this size of layers. Okay, now I'm ready to make a perfect circle. Okay, I press it and it will be cut by itself. Dun dun. So these ones, don't throw them away. You can bake them and eat as cookies in the morning, but we are going to use them for decorating our cake. So keep those. We will bake them later. Maybe you can put them near our layer right now. So you can see we have this nice beautiful circle, and we can put it on our tray. My oven is heated. It's 400 Fahrenheit, and I'm going to bake it 5 minutes. So sometimes it's 5, sometimes it's 6 minutes. It depends on the oven. The trick is it should be golden color. When it gets golden color, it means it's ready to be baked. And I'm going to roll more layers and bringing more tray and silicone mats. I'm just so curious about all your cakes that you are going to bake using the recipes from the book. Sometimes I dust it a little bit more because it gets sticky and it sticks to my rolling pin. One more layer is ready. Okay, and we have like 25 seconds to wait for our first tray to get ready. They are already beautiful color. Oh. So, the color we got, this is what we got. The first 2 layers look like that, and they are soft. And please don't get scared when your layers will get a little bit crunchier. That's how they are supposed to be. When they're hot, they're sometimes fragile and they are soft. So just get ready when you transfer them to the rack to cool down. And later they will cool down and they will get crunchy. Placing them on the rack. Nice. So we are rolling more layers for our cake. Our last layer, waiting for our 2 layers being baked, and that's it. So we are ready to pull our tray out of the oven and to get our layers, more layers, right? Because we need 7, if you remember. That's what we are preparing. And this is what we got. And we have 5 minutes more to wait for our last layer. And while we are waiting, I am going to offer you to take your frying pan and roast some walnuts. So the recipe says a handful of roast walnuts, and I'm going to roast them. This is gonna be enough for your cake. But if you love walnuts a lot, you can add a little bit more. So why I like adding walnuts? It gives to your soft honey cake crunchiness, and you want the mixture of different textures in your cake, right? In different flavors. So what you're gonna get, like honey, soft layer. Later it's gonna be cream, which is slightly sour, sweet and sour. And if you love prunes, dried prunes, which are going to soak in alcohol, and the recipe tells you what you're supposed to do with these prunes, you're gonna have a little bit of fruit flavor in that cake, and at the end you will have crunchiness like with the walnuts. So it's just lots of layers talking to your taste buds. We are at the final stage of our cake, and we are going to grind the walnuts. Okay, the crumbs are ready, and I will do the same with my layers, little leftovers. Let's convert them into crumbs as well. Ready? Okay, I will just use this nice, beautiful vintage plate for placing my crumbs. And my cream is here. I need a big spoon. And I need one more item. So, assembling. And one more part of a little bit therapy. Just so relaxing to use cream, to apply cream. It's really nice. Okay. I'm very generous with the cream. You know why? Because our layers, they will absorb cream, and the more they absorb cream, the softer your cake gets. So I allow when the cream, when there's just a generous amount of cream. And you know what will I start? I will start incorporating my nuts. Just here for crunchiness. So if you want to use prunes, you will first soak them in warm water. They need to get soft. Later you will soak them in alcohol for a better flavor. And later, when they're really soft, you will chop them, or you will use the same device. You'll just blend them, and it will be just one mixture. And later this mixture you can put on any layer you want. I generally use at the bottom, so I just cover it nicely. This is like hidden extra layer of yumminess. Okay. Plus roasted walnuts. And the last one. So you see how fast it is, the whole process? Like super fast. Okay. Because I will need my crumbs to stick, so I will need cream all over my cake, the sides of the cake. Okay, voila, almost ready. So the final touches. And I want to top my cake with more walnuts. Okay, and that's it. We finished our cake, and that was fast, and I hope it was the direction and the instruction was straightforward, so you can make it at home. And well, I hope you will like the flavor. Thank you so much for supporting the project Babusi's Kitchen. Thank you for your donations, and thank you for helping Ukraine.